Alright, what is going on, guys? Today we are back with another video that's talking all about pre-cut hair systems. Hair systems that come from where you ordered them already pre-cut. Now, I actually have a hair system right here that was pre-cut for me to my exact template. Now, this video, guys, is sponsored by LaVivid Hair. LaVivid Hair makes a great product, and they actually do pre-cut services just like this down below. Remember to use my code JAKE15 to get 15% off any purchase that you do make with them. So this video I think is important because for a long time I've actually been avoiding using any pre-cut hair systems, and I've been thinking, oh well, I gotta have a barber to get the absolute best job, or I gotta have a stylist to get the absolute best job. So in this video I wanted to cover some of the potential reasons that someone may actually want to get a pre-cut system. Now, I don't think that they're right for all people in all situations, but for the right situations, I think it can be really, really nice. Now, situation number one, I think, and this is actually something that I've changed my mind on recently, is pre-cut hair systems are great for the person who is just getting into hair systems. Now, why do I say that? Because it takes extra steps out of actually having a hair system installed yourself. If you are not using a salon, if you are not having them do all of the steps for you for the install, having someone pre-cut your hair system so that way you don't have to, I think is a huge savings of really like emotional energy. Having to cut your hair system for the first time is a really, really stressful thing, and it feels, for me at least, it felt like I was doing it wrong the entire time. And I was worried if I wasn't going to get the hair system exactly correct, if my template was a little bit wrong. I've actually messed up a couple of my hair systems by not getting the template completely correct, and I've kind of thrown off the balance of the hair system a little bit. So there's definitely merit to having someone else do it that is a professional, that for them it's probably so easy to do it. The next reason I think it's really great for beginners is because you don't have to go see a barber or a stylist or anything like that. So if you don't want to go and have somebody install your hair system, cut it, which is probably the most expensive option, or you don't even want to tell a barber yet, like you feel a little bit insecure about going to see a barber, having them work on your hair system, this right here is probably your best option. When you first get a hair system, your very first time, you can install it. It's already pre-cut, and then you already basically have a hairstyle. That being said, it's probably not going to be perfectly blended if you're looking for a blended haircut. Once again though, most of us when we first start wearing hair systems, we opt for a very, very short style or something that blends in with short sides, right? Because most of us don't have much up on top of our head, so therefore we've been keeping our hair short on the sides. That being said, if you do get a pre-cut unit, what I do recommend you do, as a beginner this is go for a slightly disconnected hairstyle. And I know everyone's probably going to be getting at me in the comments for saying this, but an undercut might actually be a good option here because it is disconnected, meaning that the hair here is not blended and faded, if you will, into the length on the top of the head. It's disconnected right here. Therefore, you don't have to have that smooth blending, which a pre-cut unit, of course, they're going to cut a unit to your exact size, and they're going to cut it to the relative right hair lengths. They might not get it exactly right because they haven't fit it on your head. So that being said, a disconnected look is probably a little bit better of a thing to shoot for. I also think it's really great for someone who is a first-time hair system wearer and also someone that's putting it on for the first time, because if you have put on a new fresh hair system that has not been, the hair has not been cut before, you know just how much more difficult it actually is to put that hair system on your head with tape or liquid adhesive. All the extra hair length makes it much, much harder, especially if you're going with a short style. It's infinitesimally easier to do it when it's already been pre-cut as opposed to when the hair system has 6 to 8 inches of hair all over the place. It gets in the glue, it gets on the tape. If you have to really, really control the hair and do a good job with that as you're moving along, which can be hard your very first time. There's a lot of moving pieces. So I think a pre-cut system can be absolutely great for anybody who is a fresh beginner. I also think it's great for another crowd of people that are pretty well seasoned and they're well experienced inside of wearing hair systems, because what they can do is they can really pretty much get anything out of a hair system that's been pre-cut for them, because they can either make those tweaks themselves to the haircut to get the blending proper, or they can go see a barber and pay 10-15 bucks to get it done, as opposed to seeing a full-on stylist and paying 150 bucks. They can make those adjustments to your actual hair, your bio hair, and you can be on your way. You don't have to walk in there with having, you know, a freaking like Viking style haircut on the top of your head because, you know, you're wearing an uncut unit. You can walk in with pretty much the right haircut and just ask for a little bit of a shape up, which I think makes it a great addition to have in your arsenal if you want an extra backup unit. Having something that is tucked away in your closet ready to go at a moment's notice is super nice. Like this unit right here, guys, I have this saved away. I'm not gonna probably touch it for a little bit, but this is a pre-cut unit including the hairstyle. And if anything ever happens to this hair system or like my main hair system, I know, boom, I got a system right there that I can put on, I can grab, and at worst, I can walk down the street and get a haircut if I have a different hairstyle later in the future. Like if I decide to go short again, I can just walk in there and say, hey, yo, kind of top me off, if you will, you know, give me a shorter haircut right now. And much more easier to manage, something that you should have in your arsenal ready to go at a moment's notice. So I think that a pre-cut system can be something that's really, really awesome for you to do and to have and be ready. It's really great for beginners. I think it's really good for advanced people. If you're an intermediate, why not try it? It's just something else to know about hair systems, a different type of service. And for 30-40 bucks from a company to have them cut down the base and the hair, not bad at all. I mean, cutting down the base of your unit will probably take you 30 to 40 minutes by itself. And then the haircut, if you can get a pre-cut system and not have to go to a barber, you know, you're easily making your money back just like that. Now, if you do want to get very, very specific with your pre-cut units, which as an advanced user, hopefully you can do later on, what I recommend you do is actually take the measurements of the hair inside of a hair system unit that you like right now, or a haircut, and you basically segment off your unit, right? And say like, hey, this hair right here is 6 inches. This hair up here is 8 inches. This hair up here is 12 inches. Those probably aren't going to be the exact numbers. They'll probably be much shorter than that. But that way, when you send in for your pre-cut unit, you can give them a diagram of how you want your hair cut with different lengths. Not just say, hey, I want it to look like this picture right here. You can say, I want the sides to blend in from like, you know, 4 inches long right here, and I want it to come up to 5 inches up here. In the back section right here, it should be 2.5 inches long. That way you can get hyper specific and you're more likely to not have to need any tweaks or any adjustments. Anyways, guys, this is a short video talking about pre-cut units because I'm just getting exposed to them, and I think that they're actually pretty awesome. Once again, thank you to LaVivid Hair for sponsoring this video, and guys, we'll talk to you soon.